Ура!
Hello and welcome back to the Ask Johnny channel. Today it's a very special day for the channel because we're interviewing none other than the great Vladimir Putin. That's right, Vladimir Putin is going to be interviewed on the Ask Johnny channel, and we're not going to shy away from asking the hard questions. This was recorded overnight. Hello Vladimir. Vladimir, can you hear me over there? Can you hear me? Roger, I don't think he's getting us. Vladimir? Yes, Vladimir, welcome to the show. I'm going to start off with a hard-hitting question. This one might bloody throw you a little bit, Vlad, but don't worry about it, I want your bloody answer. This question, and I'm going to ask it once. Are you and Iran working together to develop a nuclear weapon to blow the living shit out of the rest of the world?
Would you mind repeating the question again? That we are preparing to hack what kind of facilities?
Vladimir, are you and Iran working together to build an atomic bomb to blow the living shit out of the rest of the world?
No. We don't have that kind of programs with Iran. No, it's just nonsense all over again. We do have certain programs, but they all concern conventional weapons, if it gets that far. However...
What a lot of crap! Well, I'm not sure that's a bloody comprehensive answer, Vladimir. I've got another bloody curly one for you. Take a look at this picture. Yeah, that picture. Are you denying that that's actually Joe Biden's ass?
There is nothing offensive about it. These things happen in life. There is nothing horrible about it.
We got that off Joe Biden's site, and we traced the bloody, the electronic trail straight back to Russia.
Well, I don't know. Somebody presents it from a certain perspective. Someone else looks at the development of the situation and at yours truly in a different manner.
I'm not too sure people think that way about it at all, Vladimir.
President Biden has been meeting up with his allies. There is nothing unusual about it.
Traced to the bloody Kremlin. To your bloody computer, actually.
We have a bilateral relationship that has deteriorated to what is the lowest point in recent years.
I'd like to know where you got such personalised photos of the president and had the gall to put them onto bloody his website.
That are of mutual interest can be dealt with in an efficient and effective way in the interests of both the United States and Russia. So there is nothing unusual about it.
Why would you do such a bloody thing, Vlad? We'll move on, Vladimir. Recently, my partner and I, we went to a local Chinese restaurant, and I have to say the food was absolute shit. And I said to the restaurant owner, why is this food absolute shit? And he said, that because this food, it come from Russia. Now, I was as shocked as anybody when I learned that Chinese food was coming from Russia. The dim sims were bloody watery. The braised beef and bloody acorns, it was fucking terrible. I got a question for you. And this is the question, Vladimir. Are you and China working together to create shit food to send around the world to restaurants as a sort of an undermining of Western bloody civilization?
Look, you know, I don't want to come across as being rude, but this looks like some kind of indigestion. Except that it's verbal indigestion.
I don't know whether we want Russians meddling in bloody Chinese takeaway.
First thing I want to say is that over the last few years, the last few decades, we have developed a strategic partnership relationship between Russia and China that previously had not been achieved in the history of our two nations. A high level of trust and cooperation.
And is there a push between you and China to get the rest of the world eating their food with sticks? Is that bloody part of your agenda? Yeah, sticks.
Нет, у нас
No.
нет таких программ.
No.
We'll move on, Vladimir. Now, Australia has a very popular children's group called the Wiggles. Yes, the Wiggles, you may have heard of them. And they apparently applied to go to Russia to entertain the children over there. And right from the very start, they were given a hard time by your bureaucracy. And it came to pass that we heard that it was you that vetoed their visiting. Is that right?
Вы знаете,
You know,
я встречал
I have met certain Uyghurs.
всегда,
It's always possible to find individuals
которые
who criticize the central authorities.
я встречал.
That's bullshit, Vladimir, and you know it. Was it because of that old occasion in Japan that the Wiggles were banned, Vladimir?
Но чуть-чуть здесь.
There is nothing offensive about it. He got drunk on vodka and started a fight. He fought a cop.
Ну так,
There is nothing offensive about it. These things happen in life. There is nothing horrible about it.
Well, Vladimir, in certain circles, I've heard you being described as a murdering son of a bitch. Does those sort of labels, do they worry you?
Sentiments in terms of who calls somebody what kind of labels, this is not something I worry about in the least.
Well, you've been called a murdering son of a bitch, Vladimir, because your opposition, anyone who stands up in opposition to you, somehow ends up poisoned, fucking murdered, their car blows up, or some other fucking ridiculous bloody method of destruction. What have you got to say about that?
послушайте меня.
Look,
Я привык за время своей
over my tenure,
атакам сразу
I've gotten used to attacks from all kinds of angles, from all kinds of
разного качества.
directions, under all kinds of pretexts and reasons, and of different caliber and fierceness. And none of it surprises me. People with whom I work and with whom I argue on the international arena, we're not bride and groom. We don't swear everlasting love and friendship. We are partners. And in some areas, we...
Yeah, of course. And what about bloody the Ukraine, Vlad? What about going into the Ukraine? Are you ever going to bloody win that war or what?
Look,
Там, к сожалению, очень много и так.
unfortunately, there are already a great deal of tragedies there. And
Совокупные должны быть
all
направлены.
our actions in their totality need to be geared at stabilizing the situation and bringing it into a normal course of events.
That sounds like bullshit to me, Vladimir.
I just don't understand this.
Vladimir, our time is up. Thank you for your time, and I hope we talk again. Well, there you have it. Cagey as usual, like a fox he was. Hardly answered a bloody question properly. But you can rest assured, we here at the Ask Johnny channel, we're going to bloody chase some of these issues up, and we're not going to let them rest. Thanks for watching.